Hey guys, Brickset here, and welcome to my field guide for the LEGO Harry Potter Collectible Minifigures Series 2. If you don't know, LEGO does these blind bag series of minifigures, but because they're in bags, you can feel through the bags and try to identify which figure you have based on what specific pieces you feel for. So that's what I'm here to help you do today. So this series has 16 minifigures in it, and there are a few pieces that we can completely ignore. Everyone comes with the black stand, and they all have minifigure torsos and heads. 14 of them also have a wand piece, which comes on a stem that looks like this, so just keep that in mind and ignore that piece as well. I will also put timestamps in the description if you want to come back to this video for reference at a later point. So let's get started. Harry Potter is actually going to be one of the hardest to feel for. He comes with a book, which is made of the two halves of the book and a 1x2 tile. This build is replicated in Moaning Myrtle, but Myrtle's hair is much longer. She comes with the DC Superheroes stand piece and a 1x2 jumper, and she has the medium-sized legs. Keep in mind that Bellatrix also has a 1x2 tile, but her hair and skirt should make her very distinct. Neville also comes with the book, but the cover is slightly different, and it has a cheese slope on the inside instead of a 1x2 tile, and he also has short legs, so he should be pretty distinct. Dumbledore is up next, and he is one of 3 that comes with a skirt. His hair hat combo, as well as the phoenix and beard, should make him pretty easy to identify. Just sort of look at the shape of his hair hat combo and try to feel for that. Hermione and Ron are next, and I'm doing them together because the only piece that separates the two is the hair. The butterbeer mug is in both of them, so you can feel for that and then see if you get a short hair or a long hair piece. Hermione's should feel a lot more bulky than Ron's, so you can use that to distinguish them. Luna is up next, and her headpiece should make her really easy to identify, especially if you're familiar with the headpieces of other costumed minifigures and other CMFs. She also comes with a normal hairpiece that's a pretty common piece in LEGO with a distinct ponytail, so that should be pretty easy to find. Next up is Griphook. The easiest way to identify him is going to be the Sword of Gryffindor and the key. The hair is also unique but might feel like some other ones, so be careful. The key piece looks like this, so keep that in mind, and Griphook is also the only figure to come with the short legs, the ones that don't bend if you need a final confirmation. Then we get to Harry's parents. So Lily Potter has a hairpiece that's unique to her in this series, despite it being a pretty common LEGO hairpiece. You can feel for it, but that might be a little difficult to identify against other long hair pieces. So the thing to do would be feel for the baby Harry Potter and note that the backside of this piece is sort of hollow, so you should be able to sort of press your finger into the backside and it will indent. Then James Potter has the same hairpiece as Harry in this series, but he's the only one to come with a 2x3 tile as well as a scarf, so that one should be pretty easy to find. Ginny Weasley comes with a new hairpiece, but one that might be confused with some of the other hair, so feel for the ice cream piece or the new cup, but I think the ice cream is going to be easier as that is an existing LEGO piece, so you should be pretty familiar with what that looks and feels like. Next up is Fred and George, and these two have the same hair hat combo, so feel for that, and that should feel pretty distinct. It's sort of pointy, and then it has the ball on top, so that should be pretty easy to feel. Fred Weasley has a suitcase with 2 1x1 tiles inside, and George has a 2x2 tile with the Marauders map. So if you feel the hair hat combo, just feel for a tile, and if it's the 2x2, then you have George. If you feel a suitcase piece or a 1x1 tile, then it's Fred. Bellatrix Lestrange is up next. She's the only one of the 3 with skirt pieces to have a 1x2 tile, and her hair is very distinct, so feel for that, and she won't be too hard to find. Next up is Kingsley Shacklebolt. So his broomstick is a pretty common piece in LEGO, but it only comes with him in this series, and it's pretty big, so just feel for that and you'll be good. His hat is also pretty distinct in this series, but the broomstick is going to be a lot easier to find. Next up is Moaning Myrtle. So she's one of the 2 figures to have the mid legs and also one of 2 to come with the book. But where she is unique is that she comes with the DC Superhero stand piece, meaning that there's a 1x2 jumper in her bag, which you won't find in Neville or Harry. Then we get to Professor Sprout. She is the last one of our skirt figures and the 1x1 round brick That's the Mandrake should be really easy to find. The circular pot should also help to quickly identify her. If you need more confirmation, her hair hat combo is unique, and the Mandrake stem is also only found with her in this series. Finally, Neville Longbottom. He, like Moaning Myrtle, comes with the mid-legs. They also both come with books, but the cover for Neville's is a new piece, and the inside of his book has a 1x2 cheese slope instead of a 1x2 tile. He also won't have the 1x2 jumper that comes with Moaning Myrtle, and his hair is shorter and smooth. So the hardest ones, I think, are going to be Neville, Harry, and Moaning Myrtle. But if you feel for the tile versus the cheese slope versus the jumper and sort of make sure the hairpiece matches, then you'll be in good shape. So that wraps up my guide on feeling the minifigures for the second series of collectible Harry Potter minifigures. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to comment which one is your favorite or which ones you're planning on getting. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more on LEGO Harry Potter and other things LEGO as well. Until next time, bye.